Welcome once again to week 15 of the NFL football season. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you and yours. D-Generation Wayne Shorty in the house once again to get you through your survivor picks, your last man standing, your suicide pool, whatever pools you call it. We don't need to go over the rules. It's week 15. If you don't know by now, no sense in me telling you. Let's just get into the games. As you know already, Seahawks from Seattle took care of the Rams from LA, 24-3, and covered the point spread. That was like 14.5-point favorite. Cover the point spread, and of course, being a division game, you know how I feel. Now, let's get into tonight's game. We have the Miami Dolphins division matchup against the Jets. Dolphins 2.5-point favorite. Big news on this game is that Ryan Tannehill is out, maybe for the season, with 3 games left. Sprained MCL, sprained ACL, not a tear as they first thought it would be. And the Jets is a total mess, but they did spoil my Eliminator pick last week Friday, coming from behind to beat the San Francisco 49ers, which I don't know what I was thinking about making that pick. But you know what? Hey, I thought it was their only shot. Bryce Petty looked bad, and yet the Jets still won the game. So they owe me this week. So the Dolphins trying to stay in the playoff hunt. Matt Moore's the quarterback. I think the Jets will take it, but as far as Eliminator pick goes, stay away. Here's another division matchup going into Sunday's matchups. Green Bay Packers, a 6.5-point favorite over the Chicago Bears in brutal frozen tundra-like conditions at Soldier Field this weekend. Game time temperature, a robust 1 degree. Just saying. It's going to be cold. Wind chill, minus, 10, 15. So, if you don't like the cold like me, I like cold, but just not wind with cold, this will be a brutal game for all fans attending. So, any fans who attend that game should be given free tickets to a game of their choice next year. Just saying. If you come out in that weather, you're a true fan. Speaking of cold weather cities, Buffalo Bills, 9.5-point favorite over the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns making their march towards 0-16. They'll get it done this week. The Buffalo Bills, I'm saying. Rex Ryan, we already know, is out for the year, as far as he will be fired at the end of the year. And they're just playing for pride. Browns are just playing for a win. Tyrod Taylor, kind of shaky, could be a free agent after the year, but he wants to go out in style. Bills will take care of business. Won't cover the 9.5, but they will win against the Cleveland Browns. The game I'm most interested in, and my Eliminator pick for the week, you guys better win this because we need it come next Sunday night. Excuse me. Baltimore Ravens, 6.5-point favorite over the Philadelphia Eagles, EAGLES Eagles, EDP 445's favorite team versus my favorite team. Ravens will win. They won't blow out the Eagles. Justin Tucker, 24-17. Tucker have a couple field goals. Ravens go on and get ready for the big battle next Sunday against the Steelers, who, by the way, face the Cincinnati Bengals. So most of us are becoming Bengal fans during the game this week. Next game up is the Tennessee Titans against the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs 5.5-point favorite. Chiefs right now is the top seed in the AFC West. As far as an Eliminator game goes, if I hadn't picked the Chiefs already, even though Marcus Mariota has played well, he has kind of struggled the last couple weeks. Alex Smith is not a DLG quarterback. He's a pretty good quarterback with DLG stats. But he just wins. So do the Kansas City Chiefs. They'll cover the 5.5. If you haven't used them as an Eliminator pick, good time to use them this week. Game for the Ravens fans definitely will be watching. Steelers 3.5-point favor over the Bengals. This will be the upset. The Bengals, which are playing for pride, and they owe them after what happened last year, especially Vontaze Burfict and Pac-Man Jones. They owe them. So what better time to come up with one of the biggest wins of your year is to knock out the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they will take care of business. Cincinnati 24, Pittsburgh 21, which sets up the all-important showdown Christmas night, Ravens-Steelers for the AFC North title. Go Bengals. Just saying. Next up on the calendar, Detroit Lions, 4.5-point underdog against the Giants. Giants need this one to stay in. Oh, man. This ain't good. 3-2-1. Let's keep going. Giants, 4.5-point favorite over the Detroit Lions. Need the win to stay in playoff contention. As far as I know, the Giants seems to get their offense going. Their defense has been stellar this year. Matt Stafford's an MVP candidate. I'm going to hold on with the Giants because the Giants kind of have a murderer's row schedule. I think their last game is home Green Bay. And I got to look up their schedule next week. But it's kind of like they could lose their last three to set up their last matchup with the Packers. But we got to take them one game at a time. Giants will take care of the Lions. They'll cover. Colts, Vikings. Vikings 4.5-point favorite. Vikings on the slimmest of playoff hopes right now. Colts still in the race for the AFC South title. Colts need this game more, but the Vikings will take care of business. Colts have no D. As far as eliminator pick, Vikings could be a solid play, but I'd stay away. Jaguars, Texans. Texans 6.5-point favorite. Texans need this game to stay on top of the AFC South. And Jacksonville is just playing out Gus Bradley's tenure as coach of the Jaguars. Texans should win. They'll cover 23-16. Cardinals, 2.5-point favorite over the Saints. Kind of surprised the Cardinals are favorite in this game. Saints with Drew Brees and that high-powered offense. Brees is having a pretty good year, just the Saints has no D. Cardinals, on the other hand, Carson Palmer, probably his last year in Arizona. Kind of having a subpar year, but he's 37 years old. He's on his last few legs of the season, has a pretty good pro career. He'll go out in style. Cardinals will take care of the Saints. As far as eliminator pickup, stay away. Falcons, 13.5-point favorite over the 49ers. Now into the 4 o'clock games. Atlanta. You need this to stay alive. San Francisco. You're just playing out the string. If Colin Kaepernick can keep doing the things he's doing, he will give the Falcons a run for their money. But the big news is Julio Jones will not be playing. So all of you that want to take the Falcons in this pool and you haven't used them, good time to use them. Just be on the up and up that Julio Jones is not playing this Sunday due to a bad toe. But they should take care of business. I don't think they'll cover the spread at 13.5, but they'll take care of business this week. Here's one of the huge games coming up, 425. Raiders, Chargers. Raiders 2.5-point favor over the Chargers. It's like see which team is going to go to LA first. The Raiders or the Chargers. Hopefully the Chargers can still work things out in San Diego as I explained on last week. Raiders a 2.5-point favor. I like the Raiders in this. I think they're going to hold on to win and claim the 5th seed and probably get an easy game against probably the AFC South champion, which looks like it'll be Houston. But the Raiders right now with that offense flying on all cylinders, the Chargers is still trying to hold on to get into the playoff spot, and they really want to knock out the Raiders, their rival. But the Raiders, I think, will take care of business and handle the Chargers. Patriots a 3.5-point favorite over the Denver Broncos. Tough win for the Patriots last week, beating the Ravens 30-23. They're playing Denver Broncos. Trevor Siemian, good quarterback, okay quarterback, going up against Tom Brady. Who are you going to trust in this game? Fortunately for me, it's Tom Brady. They should take care of business, but they've had a hard time in Denver, so this is not a mortal lock. So as far as an eliminator game goes, stay away. Doing the Donald Trump sniffles. All right. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 7.5-point underdogs against the Dallas Cowboys. Struggling a little bit with Dak Prescott. They're finally hitting that rookie wall. Prescott's hit the rookie wall, but not Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott is a man-child, a man among boys. Dak Prescott, this is a big start for him because we already know the rumblings of Tony Romo is on the sideline and everybody wants to get him in there. So, for all intents and purposes, if Dak Prescott doesn't show up this week, they will make the change next week to Romo. If Dak Prescott goes out and balls 253 scores, he'll hold on to the job. So it's a huge game for the Cowboys, but it's even a bigger game for Dak Prescott. Cowboys should win. They won't cover the 7.5, though. But as far as eliminator pick, I think I feel comfortable using the Cowboys if you haven't used them yet. And the final game coming up on Monday Night Football, Carolina Panthers, 4.5-point underdog against the Washington Redskins. Washington Redskins right now in the outside playoffs looking in. They need this game. Carolina, as long as you still have Cam Newton at quarterback, they're always going to be a dangerous team. But the Redskins should hold on. If you haven't used the Redskins as an eliminator pick, this will be a good week to also use them as well. So, good eliminator plays for this week are the Ravens, the Vikings, the Falcons, and the Redskins. That's the ones I'm going with. My big one is the Ravens because we need this game against the Eagles. But those 4 eliminator picks, if you haven't used them already, feel free to use them. Let me know how you're doing. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. See you next week. Peace.